Switches! Switches! Grab! Aggressive grab! Halloween! Hands up! Same again! Ollie locking! Ollie! Control Ollie!
Yeah, all the usual suspects up from the back. Nicholson goes long, looks for Ben Sharif. Ben Sharif unable to win the header. Ball's out with Hutchinson on the edge of the box. Hutchinson goes for the shot, but it's blocked. Finds his pass out to Grattan on the right hand side. Grattan drives into the box, shots on, and saved by Matt Irwin. Looping shot. Guiseley have a corner. Punts long once again, looking for Hall. It's headed up by Cantrell. Metcalf unable to win the second header, and Carvely has it forwards. Cleared in the end by Cantrell. Finds its way through to Jacob Grattan. Grattan plays it out wide to Hutchinson. Hutchinson striding forward. It's in line with the box, plays the cross in, but it's once again towards Matt Irwin. Chorley able to recover well. Certainly not the worst start we've had in recent games. Definitely still in this, having spells of possession. Throw goes long, and Becker's under it, but it's found its way to Tomlinson. Whitehouse with the shot, but it's blazed well over the bar. A lot of bodies in the area. Opts to go short to Oosterbaasi, and Oosterbaasi's shot is a good 20-30 feet over the bar there. Hay to take the corner. Goes back post. It's flicked up, it's still there. Nicholson with the header at the back post. Just the wrong side of it, hits the side netting.
Yeah, just narrowly wide, I say, at the side netting. Truth be told, I reckon Matt Irwin probably had it covered. There wasn't much power on the header particularly.
Brought down by Chorley. Henley clears just over the halfway line. Metcalf wins the header, brings it down well, takes it over halfway. Drifts out to the left hand side, gets the pass through to Lewis Hay. Hay with a nice turn, takes it round a couple of Chorley defenders, but he's gone backwards, so it's going to be blown for half time. 0-0. Definitely still in this game. No one really had anything to rave about just yet. Couple of chances with the Brad Nicholson corner. We've had a couple of balls in from the right hand side from Regan Hutchinson, but nothing to really write home about. However, another half of football to play.
On a yellow card since 30 minutes in. Would have been a risk probably to keep him on for another half.
And we're off. Guiseley to kick off. The ball filters back to Ben Sharif. Ben Sharif punts long, looking for Thompson. Both Thompson and Nicholson go for the header, and it's going to be out for a Chorley throw, and quickly for a Chorley free kick. Long throw comes in. Ben Sharif takes it down well. He's unable to control it, manages to get across to it again. Lewis Hay with the block, but it's hooked away by Smith. It's with Cantrell in the centre circle. Plays it up to Regan Hutchinson. Regan Hutchinson driving infield. Puts it out to the right to LeBrun and Becker. Becker plays the ball in, and it's cleared away, but only as far as Nicholson on the left-hand side in front of the box. It's with Metcalf about 20 yards from goal. Metcalf goes out to the right to Mbeka. Becker will play the ball in again. Took a deflection on the way through. Thompson not able to get under the header, and his attempt on goal goes out for a throw-in. Taking the time here. Mr. Barcy runs away. It will be Tomlinson. He's getting some heckling for taking his time. Opts for the shot, and it's saved well by Brad Nicholson down at his far post. Again, very few options for him. Goes long looking for Thompson. It's over all of them, and Peters through to Scott Leather, the Chorley captain, who hits it high and long. Ball's won by Ekpolo, who gives it out to Nicholson. Nicholson plays it forward looking for Lewis Hay. There's a bit of a misjudge of communication between Grattan and Hay, but it's recovered. Nicholson with the crossfield ball looking for Hutchinson. Just in line with the Chorley box. Takes it round Oosterbaasi. Oosterbaasi slips the ball through to Cantrell. Cantrell's touch is heavy, and Jacob Grattan's shot first time too high and wide there in the end. He's in looking for Tomlinson. Whitehouse gets it back. Driving down the right hand side. looks to put his cross in. Cantrell comes across, wins the ball off him. Whitehouse able to recover and dispossess Cantrell. Just the two men tussling. Whitehouse tries to use quick feet, gets the cross in. It's not found anyone, it's fallen to Oosterbaasi in the end. Bounced out of the box and Oosterbaasi sent one high and wide once again.
Hay with a left-footed in-swinger to come.
Lewis Hay puts the cross in. It's deep looking for Thompson. Thompson gets a head on it, but it's looping and well over the bar.
In-swing from Lewis Hay.
Corner comes in. It's to Ben Sharif at the back post, but it's over. From the backer up, Ben Sharif's in there and Becker's in there. Does look for Ben Sharif. He's unable to get under the header. It's cleared away. It's as far as Mace Goodridge. Goodridge runs into Prince Ekpolo, shouts as he goes down, and someone's been sent off.
Yeah, Polo.
And it's a second yellow. Thought that was Prince Ekpolo's first booking of the game. Guiseley are now, I can confirm, down to 10 men. Prince Ekpolo been sent off for a second booking. The first one we argued in the first half was a reasonable offence, I believe, but that second one, I don't think he even knew anything about what he'd...
Oh, they're going to be up against it for the last few minutes.
Tomlinson to deliver. Header by Cardwell, goes across the box. It's wide by Carvley.
That's a let-off, isn't it? Really good by Harry Cardwell. Gets up high at the back post, wins his header. Well, wins his header, he was pretty much unmarked, and Mike Carvley just nods wide.
The keeper in Irwin, he's got Thompson chasing him down for Guiseley, but manages to clear it away. Nicholson with the header. There's mass appeal from the Guiseley bench for a foul on Nicholson there, but there is nothing given. Ball's with LeBrun and Becker, plays it through to Bailey Thompson. Bailey Thompson's through on goal, but he slipped at the pivotal minute. Between Carvley and the Guiseley in the Chorley defence. Ben Sharif to clear the resulting Chorley punt. Bit of head tennis going on between him and Henley. It's brought back down by Tomlinson for Chorley. Drives infield. Gets the pass to Ali on the edge of the Guiseley box. Plays it across to Whitehouse, but it's cut out. Regan Hutchinson with a stellar challenge. Plays the ball forward long, looking for Bailey Thompson. Unable to win the foot race. Matt Irwin manages to beat him to it and clear the ball. Grattan to take the throw in quick. It's out to Lewis Hay in the middle of the park. Drives infield. Opts to shoot, but it's blocked by Goodridge. Tomlinson able to chip it over Cantrell. The ball's with Cardwell. Chorley breaking in. Beats Hamza Ben Sharif. Makes his way into the box. Cuts it across. There's no one there. And LeBrun and Becker's forced to clear it.
Yes.
And that's the final whistle as both sets of players throw themselves to the floor exhausted. It's a respectable point in the end for Guiseley. A 10-man Guiseley. You'd have argued we probably could have won that game if the red card hadn't have come across, but we'll take what we can get. Simon?
That's a fantastic point. And looking at the body language of the Guiseley players on that final whistle, they look disappointed not to be coming away with all three. We'll play far worse than that this season and win games probably. Really strong performance.
Well, it is a point, and it's a point that come the end of the season could look very promising. It's a point against a side that we expect to be up there in the playoffs challenging. Now, as you may have heard just in the background there, we now travel to Telford on the Tuesday. Potentially got a couple of suspensions just to worsen the crisis in squad depth we're faring. Ultimately, though, it's finished Guiseley 0, Chorley 0. And we'll see you all hopefully for the game against Telford on Tuesday night. Feel free to join us. We're expecting there to be a Guiseley radio broadcast for that one.
So it's not quite the result that we're looking for, but the performance maintains our recent form.
Yeah, again, another clean sheet. Keeps unbeaten run going. I think at full time, I think the first overriding emotion is, the week we've had. Back-to-back games with Brackley against top of league. The injuries that we've had 7 players out, dropped down in a week. Is pride. They've got a young team that's come out there, and even when we had a man sent off, we're still going for the win. It's like a war zone in that dressing room. There's people, on any normal game, we've got 7 missing. Any normal game, there's another 2 or 3 players who probably would have pulled out at warm up if they'd have got enough for the squad. But they've got through, and to get through that intensity and that performance again is, like I said, the overwhelming emotion is pride.
And especially when 2 very young lads in central midfield, do you say, and Ollie Metcalf, and they've certainly held their own.
Well, they are held their own. I always say the same. I'll never change. I've said the same for the last 20 years. If you're good enough, you're old enough. And these youngsters are coming into an environment that we're trying to drive them. and we're seeing fruition of these. And you know, under no illusions, we didn't want to lose 7 players, and we have lost 7 players, including a goalkeeper. We've got young Brad Wade back from Rochdale, which we're really grateful for. But you know, when players are dropping left, right, and centre, we've got no hesitation whatsoever to put these youngsters in. As they've proved time and time again, they step up to it. They've got the right mindset, they've got the right mentality, and you know, they've done themselves proud again today.
And another physically demanding game, as you said. So it's a tribute to the fitness of the players, really.
It is. I think that's us. That's our. We contribute massively to the intensity of the game. That's where we want to be. I said the other day that we try to win ball back 3 times in first minute, through the first 90 seconds, and that's us. And we contribute to that. I think it's starting to get a bit of a name for the intensity that we work at. If I showed you at pod stats that these players are running, they're off scale, and it's hard to keep driving that time and time again, week after week. Saturday, Tuesdays we've just had, but you know, like I said, emotions today is pride to get to full time. Still pushing for that winner with 10 men. We've got youngsters making blocks, edge of our box, in around edge of our box, defending with a life, going there at full time, and they're starfished all over the floor. There's just bodies laid everywhere in there, but you know, real hard-earned point, real clean sheet. So hopefully we can patch everybody up and move on to Telford.
And you're talking about how far the players run and wear these GPS vests. I was wondering how far Regan Hutchinson ran today.
Oh, I know, yeah, as well. Yeah, they're all the same. You know, like I said last week, we've got a lot of intensity setters. We haven't got a lot of leaders by voices, by vocal. And when I say physicality, I don't mean running and jumping and smashing into headers and back to front balls. I mean covering the grass. I mean running and sprinting and intercepting and driving off the back of that, and getting up to 1 yard in a press where you've got no right to win. And that's what we're trying to instill in the players, and then we're trying to instill it so we can play with this intensity, but with a structure as well. And if we do, we're going in the right direction. And hopefully, if we do, well, like I said the other day, I'm not going to change. We're going to be a right handful.
Sounds good. So we've got two games to look forward to next week, and then
yeah, 2 long trips. Like I say, see where we are Monday. Keeps earning his money, that physio. I'll say it again. But you know, look forward to Tuesday, a long trip, another one on Saturday, and see where it takes us.